Well, my story starts in childhood and ends in adulthood. A story peculiar to an quote-unquote nice Jewish boy navigating in a sea of Gentiles. Yarmulke is the name. Both parents now gone, 1995. And an annual visit to the monuments until 1994, it was singular, at the Riverview Cemetery in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. A rare occasion to look and feel like a Jew. I'm 44. A lot more adjusted to my quote-unquote difference than, say, back in high school. Used to say my mother was half Jewish. Used to go with good buddies and pretty chicks, all with the good square features and Italian, Irish, German, American way of speaking, going to the Christmas midnight mass at a church in Union City, New Jersey. I think the last year I went along, the priest was inebriated and went off on a quote-unquote, the Jews didn't meet to kill Christ kind of sermon. My oldest pal apologized to me. The German kids' grandmothers would walk me into their back room in the one-bedroom railroad room apartment, never on the first floor, and wave the Bible at me. Only the New Testament part. And then later in the evening, about in the sixth inning of the Yankee game we watched from the black and white TV, I would overhear Granny say over her tea and lemon cookies, Hitler wasn't so bad. Kept the trains running on time. I reasoned later that if the engineer was late, he'd be murdered. I really only had one Jewish friend. We were close. He was the most supportive of my male friends. When I did my thing at the public speaking class at Weehawken High School, I performed a very credible and not unfunny monologue about when my dad took me for my driver's test, having just bought a 1964 Fleetwood, and he was so nervous. He left his wallet home and I had to be rescheduled. Well, you had to be there. He sat next, my buddy Mike sat next to a female friend and they both laughed their heads off. He said to me, Phil, you're going places. The next year, his father passed away. I did not attend the service. I never even called. But that had nothing to do with religion or feeling a second-class citizen based upon my religion. It was because, what can I say? I guess we all have those memories when we did the wrong thing or did nothing. Close friends said as late as the 80s, what's this about Christ being a Jew? Then the dependable, what's the big thing about Israel? A postage stamp-sized place to begin with. They take all our money. And I'll tell you what, that Yasser, what's his name? He's a freedom fighter. And I wouldn't want these rich Jews coming in and kicking me out of my neighborhood. And I would say nothing. Figured they were right. I'd hear and read about the quote-unquote North American Jew, that Jewish person, Ashkenazi or Sephardic, or sometimes that hybrid, a 2010 favorite word. Well, maybe Jews with blue or green eyes have a lineage back to Sweden. Maybe the NAJ, another acronym comes to mind, JAP, syndrome explains why Jewish comedians are so successful. Always trying to counteract their physical smallness or lack of angular facial features or funny Euro-based accents. Well, Polish mixed with Queens, Brooklyn, any background. With the, comical, quirky expressions, lightning fast timing, superior balletic body English, Jerry Lewis, Marx Brothers, Three Stooges, Soupy Sales. But around 1975, I learned that actors as handsome as Charlton Heston, Tony Curtis, Michael Landon, how do you like that? They're Jewish. Wow. I guess they had a half Jewish one. Well, never mind that. By the 70s, 80s, 90s, I'd visit and revisit decaying, downsized movie theaters Once palaces, now cardboard boxes in bad neighborhoods in Hudson County, New Jersey, to watch those mesmerizing mob movies. You know, how come the Jews in The Godfather, Mean Streets, Goodfellas, and Casino, they're always a doe-eyed, dollar-chasing figure hiding in the corner, you know, cowering in the corner, while the Italians have that great way of communicating with their voices and fists. Sometimes they use their feet, but that was when the victim was down. Now, don't. Childhood stereotype. To be Italian. Especially a muscular Italian guy with a big head of wavy hair and blue eyes. Wait a minute, that's Tony Curtis. That's cool. Now, 1995, I'm riding back to the Jersey Shore with my brother. He's driving, always in a cooler car than me. But that's all right. I feel something funny on my head. A fly, a bug? What? My yarmulke's still on. Forgot to take it off immediately after saying the prayer at the Double Stone. I hope no pretty Irish girl noticed as I passed through Clifton. Thank you.